Looks like we're getting folks in here, so welcome. I'm seeing the participant number grow, so that's how I know that we are having folks join us today. So welcome to the Virtual College Exploration for all Illinois students. This is sponsored by the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling and StriveScan. So thank you again for joining us. I do have a couple housekeeping items before, I guess, the show hits the road. So you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time, and they will see what your questions are. For participants, your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is one of the many different sessions that is happening in the Virtual College Exploration, so be sure to check out the full schedule at IACAC.org. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website, IACAC.org. So now I'd like to turn it over to our presenters.
Great, thank you all for joining us. I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and get started here. I just want to make sure that I am sharing the correct screen for you guys. Okay, it looks like we're good. Yes? Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you all for joining us today. You are joining University of South Florida. We are based in Tampa. That's where our main campus is. And we just want to say thank you so much for joining us. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Christy Penman, and I am actually the admissions recruiter advisor for any students who are coming to the University of South Florida from Illinois or any of the surrounding Midwest states. So that is kind of the territory that I cover. I'm actually based in Illinois. So welcome and thank you for joining us. Next, I'd like to introduce Jackie Kane, and she'll tell you a little bit about herself. And then we will also be joined by two of our current students, and they're gonna do a little introduction as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. Go ahead, Jackie.
Hey guys, I'm Jackie. I'm also an out-of-state recruiter advisor for USF, but I am housed on the Tampa campus, but I am originally from Illinois, so a small town called Princeton, probably haven't heard of it, but so I know what it's like to get out of the Midwest and move to Florida.
Great, thank you, Jackie. Next, Isabel, are you ready? Do you wanna just kind of tell us the year that you're in school and the major you're currently pursuing at USF?
Yeah, so hi guys, my name is Isabel. I am a second year here at USF. I'm a pre-nursing student and I'm also minoring in nutrition.
Great, thank you. Okay, and now last but not least, Lewis, if you could go ahead and answer the same question, the year you're in school and your current major. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Luis and I'm actually a sophomore student in mechanical engineering and hope you enjoyed the event.
All right, great, thank you. So just so you know, kind of the agenda for today is we are going to kind of do an overview, tell you a little bit about the University of South Florida. We're going to go through the entire admissions process and then talk to you about the scholarships that are offered at University of South Florida. If you have questions, you can certainly put them in the Q&A, but you may want to wait till closer to the end because we will most likely answer the questions that you have during our presentation. So if you could maybe hold off until then, that might be best. So here is a picture of myself, Christy Penman, and then there's also Jackie Kane. If you go to visit the Tampa campus, you will most likely be speaking with Jackie Kane in person because she is my counterpart there in Illinois. There she is, waving to you all. So you will get a chance to meet her in person if you go for a visit. Hopefully, the tours will be open so that you can get down there sooner than later. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in one of our future slides. All right. So University of South Florida, we are in the Florida's Gulf Coast, a little warmer than Illinois. I know, I've born and raised in Illinois myself. We have 52,000 students across all three campuses, so we are a large university. Current enrollment, like I said, is 52,000 students between our Tampa, our St. Pete, and our Sarasota Manatee campus. We have 37,000 undergraduate students. We have 200 majors and concentrations, so we definitely have something for everyone. And we have over 700 clubs and organizations to get involved in. So definitely opportunities to become part of the University of South Florida community, no matter what your interests are. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in our future slides, but definitely plenty of ways to get to connect it while you're on the campus, even though you're going to be further from home. Another great thing about the University of South Florida is we're very diverse. We have 50 states, all 50 states represented, and over 145 countries. So you will get to meet some new students and friends from all over the world. All right, so let me tell you a little about each of the different campuses. So USF offers 3 extraordinary campuses, each with one-of-a-kind college experience. If you crave the thrill of a large research university with countless opportunities, maybe you would consider the metropolitan Tampa campus. On the campus, we have about 42,000 students. So like I said, it is our largest campus, countless opportunities to do all kinds of things. If you're not familiar with Florida, we are about an hour southwest from Orlando, where Disney World is. So that kind of gives you an idea as to where we are. So, you know, it's geographically located near beaches, something that's a little different than in Illinois. You have access to beaches. We're about 5 minutes from Busch Gardens. Short distance to the Tampa airport, about 25 minutes. So if you're trying to get home or get to campus, it's only about a 25-minute drive. So that is always going to be very helpful. Downtown Tampa has a beautiful new river walk and lots of things to do as far as concerts and activities downtown Tampa, as well as on the Tampa campus. And we have 19 varsity sports teams on our Tampa campus. So if you're interested in sports, if you just want to cheer on a team, great. If you want to get involved in sports, you can certainly do that. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. The next campus I want to talk to you about is our St. Petersburg campus. Students kind of describe this campus as kind of like a private institution with public costs. So that's kind of a nice way of looking at it. Beautiful campus, downtown St. Petersburg, about 5,000 students, located on the beautiful Bayboro Harbor. And it's just a beautiful campus if you want to be near the water. We also opened up a new residence hall just this July that has 375 new beds. So if you're looking for something brand new, looking for pools, water, kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding, sailboating, maybe the St. Petersburg campus is for you. The next campus we have is our smallest campus, about 1,000 students who attend this campus. This is our Sarasota Manatee campus. Great opportunity there if you're interested in culinary innovation, looking for hospitality management, very flexible online options, very good student to teacher ratio. Probably our largest there is our smaller classes, maybe 15, 20 students at the most. So if you're looking for that real small, intimate type college, we definitely have that for you as well. We do not have campus housing on our Sarasota Manatee campus right now, but we can always assist you in getting housing near and around the Sarasota area, very close to the Sarasota beaches, if you're familiar with that, maybe Siesta Key, things like that. So lots of great opportunities right there in Florida. All right, let's go on to the next slide. And we're going to talk about some of the points of pride for the University of South Florida. So we are one of 3 universities in the state of Florida to be recognized as a preeminent research university. If you're not sure what that is, it's a university that is high achieving, including graduation rates, student retention rates, research expenditures, and the number of patents awarded. Actually, university is been ranked one of the top 10 American public universities for patents 7 years in a row. So we're really proud of that. We're also number 46 among public universities, ranked by the US News World Report. Average class size is 21:1. So average classes on campus are about 33 students for your major courses. Now there will be larger classes in kind of your gen ed classes, but for the most part about 33 students. So you really get to know your professors as well as your fellow students. 41.5% of our students come from a diverse ethnic background. So if you're looking for that large campus experience and lots of opportunities, we could be a good option for you. All right, so let's talk about majors. We have over 200 majors and concentrations across 14 colleges. So if you are looking for just about any major, we probably have it at one of our 3 campuses. Majority of our majors are going to be offered on our Tampa campus, with about 40 being offered on our St. Petersburg campus. Students can start research as early as their freshman year. We are Tier 1 research institution, so you can start researching as a freshman in all majors and concentrations. We also have Honors College, which Jackie is going to tell you a little about in just a minute. She's going to go over our Judy Ginshaft Honors College. For those of you who are interested in being part of our honors school, you can certainly do that as well if you meet the requirements. The next thing I want to talk to you about is, like I said, we are a Tier 1 research institution, and one of the really cool, innovative research opportunities that one of our teachers took advantage was she received a grant and she invented the dancing wheelchair. And this was a remarkable feat for her. Her father had disabilities and she really wanted to be able to have him dance with her. So she built the dancing wheelchair, and students can use this wheelchair without their use of their legs. So they do this completely by moving their bodies and their arms, and they can glide across the dance floor. And something interesting about that is one of the Illinois US reps, Tammy Duckworth of Illinois, has actually tried out the chair when she visited USF in 2010. So I thought that was kind of a neat thing for you guys to hear about, being from Illinois. Now, one of the other opportunities that you may want to take advantage of, many of our students do, is our study abroad program. We have over 140 study abroad programs over 25 countries. So something that you may want to participate in, you can do these study abroad opportunities anywhere from a week to up to a year. So definitely something you may want to consider while a student at University of South Florida. Okay, let's go to our next slide. So student life, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna be far from home. How am I gonna get connected? What am I gonna do? As I had mentioned, we have many clubs and organizations across our 3 campuses. Anything from the Harry Potter Club, we have a bowling club, a Disney club, 3D printing club, we have badminton, astronomy club, education clubs, you name it. So, and if we don't have a club that you are interested in starting, you can certainly do that on our campus. You just want to get together 10 of your best friends and a professor and start your own club. We also have many different organizations that put on concerts and lectures. We've had John Legend on our campus. We've had Viola Davis, Nicholas Sparks, Chef Kat Cora, Kevin Bacon. So lots of opportunities to do things right on our campus without even leaving. Now you're like, okay, well, where am I gonna live when I'm on campus? So the great thing is freshmen are not limited to any of our types of housing. We have traditional suite style and apartment style housing. So if you are interested in any of those, it is first come, first serve basis. You don't have to wait till your junior or senior to get, that apartment style housing. You can do that as early as a freshman. Also, students are always concerned about how they're going to get around on campus. We do have our own bus system similar to the CTA in Chicago. It's called the Bull Runner, and it will take you around campus as well as some of the other areas to go to Target or Walmart, to the movie theaters, and then also to some of the off-site housing. So if you are interested in that, you can do that. If you want to bring your car on campus, you can do that as early as a freshman as well. So there's no limit as to bringing your car on campus. Many students get around campus on scooters and bicycles and skateboards, but you can walk as well. It's not that, it's not walkable, it's very walkable. The other thing we have on campus, if you want to stay fit and active, we have 2 fitness areas, and we have our wellness fitness center, we have indoor and outdoor pools, we have group fitness, state-of-the-art equipment. So any type of activity you want to get involved on campus, you can certainly do that as far as staying healthy and fit. We also have health services on campus. We have our own CVS on campus. We have our own Publix grocery store on campus. So lots of opportunities. Like I said, we are a large institution. We have everything you can just about imagine at your fingertips. All right, let's talk a little bit next about athletics. I don't know how many of you are on here who are interested in athletics, but we are NCAA Division I American Athletic Conference. We have 8 men's varsity sports, 9 women's varsity sports, and 2 spirit squads, if you're interested in that. And there's free admission to all of our football games. Our football team, kind of an interesting fact, play at the Raymond James Stadium where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play. So it's quite the experience. We also have Heard of the Thunder, and this is called HOT, which is our marching band on campus. And an interesting fact about them is they always play at all the football games and events, and they actually even traveled the world to Italy in 2017, and they performed at St. Peter's Square and in the Rome's 2017 New Year's Day Parade. Okay, so if you're not interested in Division I and you really just want to continue to play sports, you can certainly do that. We have club sports. They are competitive and they do travel. And we also have intramural sports. So anybody can go to the rec center, sign up for an intramural sport, even start a new intramural sport if we don't have it. And those are just for fun and you can participate at your will there. So lots of opportunities for athletics as well. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is career services. Obviously, you're going to college so that you can eventually get that dream job of yours. So we have a great career services office on our campus. They host job fairs on campus. They assist with cover letters, resumes, interview skills, even help with career goals. After graduation assistance is available too. You free of charge. So we have professional career counselors and they will help you with career exploration, major selection. Maybe you don't even know what major you want to get into yet. They will help with that as well. We have on-campus employment. We have off-campus employment. We have co-ops, we have micro internships where they're real small internships just to kind of get your feet wet, see if it's something you want to do. And those are 5 to 40 hours total in length. And then we have regular internships, and these are year-round potentially internships, and majority of them are paid. So if you're looking for, opportunities abound, we definitely have those, and we want to prepare you for that next step after graduation. So that's what our career services office takes care of. The last thing I want to mention is we have something called Suitable, and we are the USF Bulls. So we have a store on campus. I know most of you are going to be wearing flip-flops and shorts while you're in sunny Florida, and I'm still stuck in Illinois in the cold weather, but you probably won't be bringing a lot of professional wear with you. So we do have a store there. So if you do have any kind of special events that come up as far as interviews go, professional organizations you're involved in, you have the opportunity to rent clothing to match whatever event you have, and that is free of charge. You just need to make sure you return it, and we take care of all the dry cleaning and make sure it's ready for the next student. So that's kind of a neat service we have as well. So I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jackie Kane, and she's going to talk to you about the freshman admissions process and what's going to be the next steps. Okay, Jackie, you want to go ahead and take it away?
Christy got to talk about the fun stuff, but this is important too. So yeah, let's talk about our admissions requirements and the whole process. So we make it pretty simple on how to apply. You can submit your application on our website or through Coalition or the Common app. We only require the $30 application fee. If you do have a fee waiver, you can submit that instead. And then all we need from you is your official high school transcripts, and you can send that directly from your high school, or your guidance counselor can actually email that to us. The email would be Christy Penman's email. So Christy, I'm sure you can just put that in the chat. That way they can have that. That's one convenient thing, is that we're more than happy to take that information right from your guidance counselor and upload it to your application. And then the other item we need from you guys would be test scores. So we do super score, so we recommend taking that as many times. Students usually do better the second or third time they take those tests. And another note, we do recalculate your GPA. So if you're taking any honors courses, dual enrollment, AP, IB, anything like that, make sure you send all that information to us so we can make sure that we get your GPA recalculated. We also have on here our 2020 admitted freshman profiles. So the first one, you'll see our fall 2020 admitted profile, and below that, the summer 2020 admitted profile, because we will admit for both terms. Something students should keep in mind is, the fall term is more competitive. So when students apply to there, if they don't quite fit that profile, we will automatically review you for the summer term. So just so you know. Another awesome thing about summer, specifically for our out-of-state students, is we started a summer ACE program. ACE stands for Academic and Cultural Engagement Program. So again, this program is specific for out-of-state students who are admitted to summer. They get to move to Florida earlier, make friends earlier, and they start classes mid-July. It's only 5 weeks long, and then you go right into the fall semester just like any other student. Some other perks about the summer ACE program, besides getting to move to Florida earlier and making friends earlier, you also get 6 credit hours out of the way for summer. To graduate from USF, you do need 9 summer credits. So here, at least you're getting the 6 right out of the way. Another awesome part about the summer ACE program is it also involves 1 week of study abroad. So some of those options that students have are Ecuador, Costa Rica, Canada, and even Washington, D.C. if they don't want to, go too far. So every time I talk to an ACE student, they always say that the study abroad trip is their favorite part. Cost of tuition, this is actually one of our major points of pride on campus, is our value in the tuition cost. We actually have one of the lowest tuition costs in the country. And actually a lot of our tuition compared to out-of-state, our in-state colleges, our rate's gonna be even better. And you'll see that includes tuition and fees, housing and meals, books and supplies, and you'll have the Florida resident and the non-Florida resident right there. And I'm sure you guys have been comparing to other schools. It's definitely lower here. Here we have our freshman admission scholarships for our out-of-state students. So the thing with these scholarships is you don't have to apply to these separately. Once you apply to USF and you submit your test scores and your transcripts, you will automatically be in the running for these scholarships. And as long as you have the GPA and test score, that award would be for you, which helps with the number that we showed you on the past slide. And the application for that, the deadline was the 15th of January, sorry, but we'll get into that more. The next slide is about our honors college. So Judy Genshaft Honors College. To be automatically admitted into the honors college, you will need a 4.0 high school GPA, a 1400 SAT, or a 31 ACT. Now, if you don't have those scores, that is okay. You can also just apply to the honors college. So it's one or the other. More benefits of the honors college is you can be a part of the 7-year accelerated med program or PharmD programs. We have our 3+3 accelerated bachelor's JD program, which that's in College of Law. We have additional scholarships for honors college students, honors exclusive academic and study abroad scholarships. You guys would get a priority registration. You have smaller and more close-knit class sizes. You have access to more internships and research opportunities. You have access to the Honors College living learning communities and the dorms. And we are building a brand new Honors College right on the Tampa campus, and it's going to be very beautiful. For our national merits, we do have national merit scholarships and financial support. So some of those, the scholarship covering your full cost of tuition, of attendance during the fall and spring semesters up to 5 years, or the completion of the bachelor's degree. We have the USF National Merit Tradition of Excellence Award. So that's $20,000 a year, $5,000 per year. Scholarship options for study abroad, the USF Passport Scholarship would be $2,000. And we have a tuition waiver for your first year of graduate study at USF. So that's all very cool. Some important application deadlines for you guys. November 1st is our priority application deadline. So when students do apply by then, they are more competitive. January 1st is our FAFSA priority deadline. January 15th, again, an important one, that is our application completion deadline for admission scholarship consideration. So that just means have the test scores and have your transcripts in so we can consider you for those scholarships. And then, of course, May 1st, that's an important one for us. That's the admissions deposit deadline. That's to secure your spot at USF.
Okay, the last thing I want to talk about, I know it's just such a strange year for you all, and I sincerely wish you could all come to the USF campus, but unfortunately, that's not an option right now. We're not doing face-to-face visits. However, we have 3 opportunities throughout the week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 2 p.m. We have live virtual tours with our G3s, which we have a couple of them that are part of our presentation today as well, and you'll get to ask them some questions if you are interested. But come and see our campus virtually for the time being, and hopefully very soon you'll be able to come and visit us face to face. Just keep an eye out on our website, and we will be posting our tours as soon as they are available. But in the meantime, do the virtual tours. I think it's a great opportunity for you to at least kind of get to talk to some students, current students, and get a virtual view of what the campus looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. All 3 of our campuses are just amazing. Beautiful palm trees, of course, beautiful flowers, and you know, it's just so tropical there. I think you're really going to appreciate it. Then last thing I want to just kind of show you, and then we'll go into some questions, is my contact information. So if you are on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, you can always find us at Admissions USF. You can contact me directly. There is my email address right there for you, cpenman@usf.edu. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Happy to take any questions. After this presentation, if you think of something, please shoot me a quick email and I'll be able to respond to you right away. All right, so let's go ahead. We have about 15 minutes to get into our questions and answers portion of the event. I would like for Louise to go, or Louise, excuse me, are you still there? I think you might have had to leave. Isabel, are you still on?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right, great. Would you mind, if you don't mind at all, since you're a current student, can you tell us your favorite thing about attending University of South Florida?
Yeah, my favorite thing is all of the opportunities here. So I actually came into USF knowing that I wanted to go into the medical field, but not really knowing where. And I knew that I needed to kind of find that place. And USF has so many opportunities, especially for the healthcare field. So I got to do a lot of shadowing my first year and ended up deciding on nursing. So I'm super, super thankful for that. Some of the other opportunities that they have, our professors are always there for us. They're always giving us opportunities to learn more and to grow and to get the help that we needed. And even through this remote period, there have been so many remote office hours, and the professors are just really there to help you out. There's so many research opportunities. Some of my friends have gotten involved in the labs already. And so I just love that there is an opportunity for everything here.
Great, thank you so much. Jackie, I know you're looking at questions and answers. Are there any questions that we can answer for all of the students that are live with us right now?
So I can open the Q&A. Can you see it, Christy?
I can't see it right now for some reason. Let me stop sharing. Oh, now I can. Okay, great. All right, so one of the questions is scholarships. Yes, you can apply. You don't have to apply for the merit-based scholarships. They're actually automatically awarded to you, and they are renewable every year as long as you maintain a 3.0 cumulative GPA and that you register for at least 30 credit hours throughout the school year. That's between fall, summer, and spring. So that's a great question. All right. Isabel, is there any of the can you tell me what you do as a G3? I know that's obviously something you're really involved in, but are there any activities or clubs that you're involved in right now?
Yeah, so as a G3, we're the ones that give you guys the campus tours. So please take advantage of those virtual tours. You might see my face on there, you might see Luis's face on there, or some of our other tour guides. They are all amazing and they all give really great tours. But besides being a G3, I'm also part of our honors college. So I know Jackie talked a little bit about the honors college with you. So I'm involved in that. We have a lot of events on there. I have a friend who's also involved in the honors college and we're trying to study abroad in the spring, so hopefully that works out for us. But other than that, I've gotten involved a lot on campus just by living on campus. So I lived on campus my first year last year. That is how I met my best friends, and it was just really nice because we could go to all the events on campus. There's tons of events. There's Movie on the Lawn, there's Bulls Night Out. One of my favorite Bulls Night Out was a neon paint party, and they had a DJ there, and they had like these paint guns, and they gave us free white t-shirts, and they were just shooting the paint out at everybody, and we were covered in paint, but it was a lot of fun. So definitely get involved. If you can live on campus, I definitely recommend it. That's how you can meet a lot of people and do a lot of things.
Great, thank you. Now, do you have any friends who are from out of state at all, like that have actually came to University of South Florida?
Yeah, two of my best friends, one is from New York, so she came here from New York, and another one came here from Colorado. So definitely lots of out of state. I actually have one friend who is an international student, so she came from Italy.
Wow, that is a commute. That's wonderful. Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing. That's wonderful. All right, looks like there's a question in the queue. Oh, good question. Are we going to be test optional? Right now, University of South Florida has not decided to go test optional. That's really up to the Florida Board of Governors, being that we are a public university. So we are not test optional, but we are continuing to take late tests. So if you take a test in October, if you take a test in December, please submit that test to us as soon as possible. So I know that is a very sticky issue, especially for my Midwest students. I know a lot of the tests have been canceled due to COVID. So please, as soon as you get your test results, go ahead and apply now. As soon as you get those test results, submit them to us as soon as possible, and we will take into consideration that you had to test late. Good question. Excellent. If you have any other questions, please share them in the Q&A. If you can see it, it's down on the very bottom, I believe in the middle for you as well, potentially. So if you have any questions, please share those with us. Something else I wanted to share about University of South Florida. I have worked for the University of South Florida for a couple of years. Like I said, I live in the Midwest, but I will just tell you, it is such a warm and welcoming university. People from all over the world attend University of South Florida, and I think everyone feels really comfortable there, and I feel like it's a home. Even though it's a large university, I feel like it's definitely a community, especially when you get involved. That large university just gets smaller and smaller, and you get to meet your best friends, like Isabel was saying. I'm sure you could speak even more about that. You know, about how this large university doesn't feel so large when you get involved, especially for out-of-state students. It's probably really important for them to try to connect with some other students and, you know, not sit in the dorm all day. You got to get out and try to meet some new students so that you feel part of the community. Can you speak on that at all, Isabel?
Yeah, for sure. So again, we really like to touch on the fact that it is a big campus, but it does feel really small, and it does feel like a home. And one of the things that I always tell people is it's a big campus, but when you start to take classes, you're going to be in the same area on campus. So with me being in like the sciences, I had one class during a semester where I was all in one building. And so that was really nice. And there were a lot of people who in my labs I recognized from my lectures. And so just being able to meet people in classes, especially especially that first year when you start taking your first classes, don't be afraid to just say hi to the person next to you. That's how I made some of my best friends in my chemistry class. It was my very first class, and I sat next to two girls. We started talking, and we're really good friends now. But again, just putting yourself out there, getting out of your comfort zone. Everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's new. Everybody doesn't really know what they're doing. So everybody wants to make friends, and you definitely will make friends if you just take the initiative to put yourself out there.
Great, thank you. And it is not required that you live on campus. However, we do strongly encourage it. So like Isabel said, you can start getting to know more and more people. You can study together. We have something we didn't really touch on, but they're called living learning communities. And that allows you to live with your peers who have the same interest as you, maybe the same major as you, and you stay in this tight-knit community even where you live. It's not just in your classroom. So that's kind of a unique thing about University of South Florida that a lot of students enjoy, is living in these living learning communities. And they are for majors, like I mentioned, or just like a special interest that you might have. Okay, any other questions? I don't see any other questions coming through. Any last bits of encouragement or advice for these students, Isabel, as a student? Jackie, anything that you want to share?
Definitely do your virtual tours so you guys can really get a good idea of which school is right for you. So definitely do your virtual tours and try to have fun.
Isabel, anything from you?
Yeah, I would just say when you're trying to find the college that's right for you, pick what is going to be right and what feels right in your heart. There's a feeling, you will know. Pick what is going to be home for you, because this is going to be your home for the next 4 years. So just find the fit that works for you. And yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Jackie and Isabel, for joining me. You guys have been a great help. And thank you all for coming and listening in on us. I hope you all had a great time. Again, if you have any other questions, please forward them on to me. It's just cpenman@usf.edu. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks again for joining us.
Started to talk without unmuting myself. So thank you to our presenters for this wonderful session today. And thank you to everybody for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a quick 4-question survey so we can get any feedback from you. And we greatly appreciate any feedback. This was one of the many sessions being hosted, and you can find more online at IACAC.org. And in about a week, you'll also be able to find this session and its recording online at IACAC.org. So thank you again for attending. Thank you to our presenters, and have a wonderful day.